Welcome to HugNation. I am Halcyon and I am thrilled, honored, super gosh darn excited to be spending this moment in time, this intentional moment in time, whether it is present as you're watching this live or whether you're watching the archive. It is a true honor to share this vibration with you. Thank you for being a part of it. Today's topic is about Pink and Burning Man. Actually, it's about Daniel Pink and Burning Man. Daniel Pink has a number of books. One of them is called Drive, and it's about what motivates us. And it was interesting, as I was listening to his theories or his concepts about what motivates people in the workplace and productivity, it made me think so much about my work experiences and my labor experiences working on Burning Man projects. And it started to click of why there's so much joy in Burning Man projects. And so let me just go over his basic concepts of there's three things that motivate people. One is autonomy, being able to be kind of in control of what you do and how you do it. Mastery, people want to be able to excel at something and get good at something and feel that sense of achievement and like pride. And then purpose, that feeling that you are involved in something that is bigger than you. Autonomy, mastery, purpose. And what he shows in his books, and he goes through all these studies that show that we think that if the way to motivate people is to give them financial incentives, to give them bonuses based on how quickly they do things. But he says that the studies show that that is not what happens. It does happen if you give someone a very simple physical task, move this pile of blocks to this corner, and the faster you do it, if you do it in this amount of time, you get an extra bonus fee. Yes, that does actually incentivize people. But once the task involves more critical thinking and more processing power, then those types of bonuses those types of like incentives, the carrot does not motivate people in the same way that those deeper feelings of mastery, of autonomy, and of purpose. And it reminded me to a experience that I had maybe 4 years ago at Burning Man. It was the first year of Pink Heart, and I'd been spending a lot of energy trying to figure out how to motivate and basically pay all the people in the camp. There's no pay. Everyone's volunteering. We're all just chipping in our time and energy and resources to make the camp work. But I was struggling with how can I make sure that people are feeling like they're getting back some sort of credit, some sort of appreciation. So I was like really trying really hard to oh, thank you so much, oh, thank you so much, oh, thank you so much, thank you so much. And really just trying to the only way the only carrot I have is my appreciation. And so I was going deeply into energy debt because I was spending so much of my energy going, thank you, oh, thank you. And feeling badly, really, for the significant effort that a lot of people were putting into it. Because the energy and time that it takes to put together a Burning Man camp can be massive. Especially, everybody chips in, but there tends to be a group of people, maybe 10% of the group, that puts in a lot of time. And I was really feeling badly, and I was trying to find a way to make it up to these people. And this time 4 years ago, somebody in the camp, after doing all sorts of welding work in his off hours and extra driving and doing all these things, and I was almost avoiding this person because I was like, I feel so badly for them doing so much work. I don't know how to thank them enough. I don't know how to repay them. And he came up to me and he said, hey, Halcyon, I don't have the words, but I just thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. And he was sincere, and he was really like, thank you for letting me put my time and energy and effort into this project. And I was like, whoa, oh. Now years later, I'm reading this pink stuff. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. We crave, in many of our careers, and we don't have the opportunity to have autonomy, to have mastery, to have purpose. And so to give someone the opportunity to just go wild in those areas and be appreciated, yes, appreciated, but for their skills that they get to grow into, for them getting to choose their own path, and then for feeling like you're a part of something bigger. And it was a huge shift for me because I realized that I was feeling so guilty that everybody was working to make my vision a reality. And I was feeling like, you know, like it was so out of balance, like everyone was working for me. And that experience totally shifted my perspective, going, oh, no. Everybody's contributing how they can. My job in this situation is that I have the clearest vision of what we're creating. I am channeling the art. I have the most vivid understanding of where we're going. So if I can just communicate that, and if I can make sure people are tuned into what the purpose is and how it's tuned in with gifting and with love, and if I can make sure that people can see the direction, not necessarily the precision of where every state goes, but like this is what we're trying to get to. If I can get that and explain that, and if I can communicate that, that's my job. It's not my vision, not my project. My job is the communicator of this vision that's coming from a larger place. And then this guy's job is to do the tasks he can do, and everybody else's job is to do their task. And so, it's actually my gift, just as his gift is welding skills or, you know, his truck use or whatever. My gift is this vision. And it totally changed the way that I looked at my relationship to this larger project. It alleviated the guilt, and it made me understand kind of the dynamic of a project that's fueled from a place of purpose. Because there can be no greater gift, I think, than giving someone the ability to put their energy towards something that they feel good about, if they feel purpose about. And that's why Burning Man is so significant to so many people. That is why people get so passionate about it, and people spend so much time and money and blood, sweat, and tears into it, is because we crave the ability to make our efforts result in something that has purpose. That doesn't mean necessarily, you know, solving hunger, but it could be. It also could be just lifting the burden of the world, shining light, solving a problem, whatever it is. And it's so, Burning Man becomes almost like a practicing ground where people can recognize and learn what it feels like to be working and to put your efforts and your energies into a project that has purpose, and to take on roles with autonomy and allowing themselves mastery. And I think that it can be that's one of the reasons why so many tech companies value it. That's why it's not because, you know, it's just a vacation. It's a place to practice and learn the patterns of thinking and in managing, quote unquote, and in empowering your team and your projects and your companies in a way that can try to tap into those things. I know that where I work now, Fresh Realm has been strongly influenced by that desire to give the people who work here a way to be autonomous, mastery, and specifically with purpose. It's why I'm here. It's why many of us are here. And I think that there's probably, if you're listening to this, you probably are either in a job that gives you that, or you recognize that you need to get that in other parts of your life. Without that, what am I doing? Why am I here? Is a very nagging question. It doesn't have to be within the job that you pay your bills with. Thus, Burning Man. Many people make a living doing whatever they do, and they feed their soul with projects, whether that be a Burning Man camp, or whether that be a knitting project, or whether that be, you know, any number of charities or hobbies, but that allow you the ability to feel those motivating things that Pink talks about. And so it's funny for me to see the chaos and the craziness and the pink fur of the Burning Man camp fits in so nicely into these kind of fundamentals of business management and motivation. And, you know, who knew? Who knew that the line between the traditional world and the dust of the playa was so fuzzy? Now, that's a good and a bad thing. We still need our practicing ground. We still need a clean, safe place to explore and not feel totally tied to the default world. But I think that a beautiful thing happens when you start to figure out, how can I, now that I know what it is that feeds my soul, how can I bring that into my work world, into my office, into my relationships and interactions? Kind of cool. People always give Burning Man such a hard time about what a waste of resources it is. Imagine if you guys were putting all that energy into solving real problems. Well, I think we are. It's just that this is practice. This is scrimmage. This is where we try on these skills so that we can then apply them to our lives and our professional lives and our life paths and our family paths and our extended family paths in the default world. That's important. This broadcast right now is, for me, an extension of that path, an attempt to follow my heart song into a place of autonomy. Yes, I'm pretty much doing what I want here. Of mastery, well, it's a very specific skill set, but talking into a camera is something that I think I've gotten pretty good at. And of purpose, realigning to my highest self, learning to be present, have integrity, and align with love. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Pink. Well, thank you, Mr. Pink. Oh, no, thank you, Mr. Pink. No, thank you, Mr. Pink. And thank you, whatever color you might be. Let's have a hug. Grab yourself by the shoulders. And have a moment of appreciation for this body, this self-healing, miraculous machine that changes food into energy, oxygen, inhale, exhale, bile ducts, lymph nodes. Unbelievable. And yet, all of it happens without a thought. All of it happens as part of the perfect cycles of the natural world. Thank you. And we also are appreciative of our personalities and our labels and all the fun roles that we play in the world as employer, employee, as a political pundit, as parent, as child, as every role we play. We enjoy the tasks and the adventure and the obstacles and the game of getting to play that position. But for a moment, let's recognize that beneath that physical shell and beneath that personality shell is the vibrant, beaming light of who we truly are, what we are truly of. And let's let that light shine through us from source. That loving, perfect, divine light shine all the way through us, out through the top of our heads. And let's take 3 breaths and pull back and visualize the world as billions of dots of that light shining through these heads, just getting brighter and brighter until we just see this huge orb of light in place of the earth. Inhale through the nose. Last one. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all the Love Warriors, happy Hug Nation. Thank you. I love you. Namaste. You know what? I'm gonna grab my coffee. Coffee, you say, but Halcyon, shouldn't you be toning it down a little bit? No!